Hey, Jared here. Thanks for tuning in for another lesson. Today we're looking at some arpeggios and how to use sweep picking to make our way through some of those arpeggio patterns. So the first thing we'll look at is the full arpeggios that the patterns we're going to use in the exercise come from. So for example, we have three overall shapes that we'll be pulling these sweeping patterns from. A major shape, a minor shape, and a diminished shape. So we're going to go through all of the arpeggios that exist inside of the key of D major. So the first one we'll look at is D major. So we'll start here, 5th fret with the pinky on the A string. So the pattern we're looking at is our major shape for every single time in the key we get to a spot that requires a major shape. And then there's also the minor shape. We'll move up to E at the 7th fret on the A string to show you this shape. So you have pinky on that spot, and the pattern would be that's our minor shape. And lastly is going to be a diminished shape. It's the one that's only going to show up once whenever you're in a regular major key and you go through all the arpeggios or chords that are in that key. There will only be one spot that's diminished, and it's the very last note. So in the key of D, the very last note of the scale is C sharp, which in this case will be all the way up here at the 16th fret with the pinky on the A string. And you have so those are the three shapes that we'll be pulling from. You'll see it's the same shapes over and over. First one's going to be D major. The second one we move up to E minor. The third one is F sharp minor, same minor shape again. The fourth one is G major, same original major shape. Fifth one is A major. B minor. Then the 7th shape is the diminished one. And then lastly, we're back home to D major. So those are all the arpeggios in their full form that we're going to actually break into smaller pieces for the sweeping pattern. So if we take that major shape that we were using, we're just going to start from the G string and work our way from there up to the high E string. So we're going to cut out this and this and start right from here. That'll be the whole piece that we use. And basically when we play these major triad type of arpeggios, there's only 3 notes in them. So we're seeing the first note, the next note, which is the 3rd of the major scale, and this is the 5th note from the major scale. So all the notes in there are from a D major scale. If you played a D major scale to the 3rd note, it would be this note. If you played a D major scale to the 5th note, it would be this note. So we have a 1, 3, and a 5, 1, 3, and a 5 again. So we still have all the notes we need, even though we're cutting some of the shape off, is basically what I'm saying. So the idea here is with the pick, as we run through this pattern, the way we're going to do it is downstroke, 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 all sweeping through like this. And then from that last downstroke on that high E, that's where we're going to have a hammer onto the pinky and a pull off from the pinky, and then lastly an upstroke on the B string note, which in this case is a D. That's the root note of the arpeggio. So you have down, 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 hammer, pull off, up, and then we would start the pattern over again. Now when we move to the minor shape, we're doing the same thing. We're going to cut off these top two pieces of the shape and just use the bottom, or technically the top. So there's our shape, and then when we sweep it, so those are the shapes that are going to get us mostly all the way up the fretboard until we get to that diminished shape up here. So once again, we're just going to take the top piece again. And that covers pretty much all the shapes that we're going to run through. So when we put them all together one at a time, and this is a triplet feel, 1 triplet, 2 triplet, 3 triplet, 4 triplet. That would be the first one. That's the pattern. Check out the notation, check out the tab, pay very close attention to the picking. It doesn't have to be sweep picking, but if you want to get it to any kind of a really quick speed, the sweep picking is probably the best approach. So check it out and we'll play along to some tracks. Alright, here we go, 120 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, here we go, 160 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4.